Hello, it's another NFL Week 6 Picks Marble Race 2018. It's a great track today. It's much longer than the Week 5 track. The Marble Race today is going to go down a jump. It's going to go through a gauntlet at the top, go around some spinners, go into another jump, and into another gauntlet at the end. There's plenty of opportunity for the Marble Racers and the NFL teams to pass each other and take different routes. Let's get started right away. We've got the Eagles against the rival, the Giants. So the Eagles are going to be in the green, the Giants in the white. They're off around this first set of spinners, down the stretch here, around the curve here, and into the first loop-de. So let's see which team's going to be more aggressive on this top loop-de. Yep, we've got the Goodyear blimp again. Look at that view. Fantastic. The Eagles, looks like they're going to drop into the hole first, down the steps. The marbles have two different options there. Looks like the Eagles take the red option. The Giants come down the jump into that first gauntlet. The Giants have really caught up here. The Eagles are going to have to play some defense. Some good crouching strategy going on here by the defense. They're going to hold off the Giants. The Eagles take the right side. The Giants, look at that. They come around the jump first. They took the quicker side, and the Giants come past the Eagles and beat them. The Eagles offense took the slow route, the more secure route, and it came back to bite them. Let's watch a replay. You can see the Eagles come down first, and they go on the right side, and they have two loop-des on that side. The Giants seen their flaw and their mistake. The Giants coaching staff took advantage of the Eagles and made a great decision to come back and beat the Eagles. Wow, the Giants, I tell you, they really needed it. Great job by the Giants coaching staff to take advantage of that little bit of shortcut. Hey, great first race. Okay, we've got Tampa Bay against the Falcons. So the Buccaneers are in the red on the left. The Falcons are in the yellow on the right. They're going down the steps about the same time. The Buccaneers might have a slight lead, but it looks like the Falcons caught up. They're going into the top loop-de about the same time. This is a fabulous second race here. Which team's going to be more aggressive and drop into the hole first and go down the steps? Looks like it's the Buccaneers. They're being super aggressive here. They come around the stretch. They're dropping into the basket first, but right behind them are the Falcons, and the Falcons may have come down. No, the Buccaneers blocked them out. They're going to go on the right side. They go around two spinners into the jump, and they make it through the gauntlet pretty easily. So it looks like the Falcons are going to come in second here, and they're going to go a little bit quicker route into the jump, into the gauntlet, but the Falcons aren't going to be able to do it, and the Buccaneers hold off and have a great win here in this NFL Week 6. All right, hey, here we go. We got the Steelers against the Bengals. The Steelers are the silver color. The Bengals are the yellow on the right. Here they go across through the S's, around the first set of spinners, into the stretch, and around the curve. They go about the same time. Looks like the Steelers might have a little bit of advantage. No, it looks like the Bengals... Yeah, it looks like the Bengals took the lead here, and they're going to go into the gauntlet first. Yep, they're going to drop down into the basket, into the second loop-de. The Steelers are just now... I don't know what happened up there, but the Steelers offense just puttered out at that halftime, and man, they are way behind. It looks like the Bengals are going to come and have an easy win as long as they can get through the gauntlet. I tell you what, in practice, we've seen some teams get caught up in that gauntlet and got stuck, totally stopped, and the other team had came back and won. But the Steelers, that's not going to happen, and they're going to go through the gauntlet and get second. So the Bengals easily upset the Steelers. Well, I don't know if you call it an upset for this season or not, but all right, let's move on. We've got the Chargers in the white against the Browns in the orange. Here we go. They're off. Here we go. The Browns are on the right. Chargers on the left. Here we go. Down the stretch. Pretty much even as they go around the curve into the first loop-de. Pretty much the same time. Great view here by the Goodyear blimp. Looks like the Browns may have a slight lead. Yep, they're going down the steps. They choose to go around the red drop into the gauntlet, and they drop into the second loop-de right away. Chargers have some making up to do. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. They're into the basket now. Looks like the Browns are way ahead. They're going to, as long as they get through the gauntlet, yes, they do. The Browns have just really dominated this NFL matchup against the Chargers. Chargers are going to take the jump, but it's not going to help them. They did get through the gauntlet quickly, but the Browns have easily won that one. All right, we got the Seattle Seahawks against the Oakland Raiders. Seattle's in the white, Raiders in the dark blue. They're off. Down the steps, around the S's, into the first loop, down the stretch. Here they come around the curve. Looks like the Raiders enter into the loop-de first. So the Raiders have a little bit advantage. Are they going to be able to hold off the Seahawks? Seahawks may have cut in front. Who's going to drop in first? I think it's the Seahawks. The Seahawks they have passed up the Raiders. They're going to go around the red drop into the gauntlet. They bounce around quite a bit. The Raiders, man, they're going to have to really catch up. I thought they had the lead at the beginning. They're into the second loop-de. The Seahawks are dropping down to the final quarter here. Yep, the Seahawks are going to go into the gauntlet, and once they got a hold of the Raiders, they just kept that lead and never looked back, and the Raiders just could not catch up. So there you go. You've got the Seahawks winning this one. Great start here to the NFL Week 6 picks. Hey, we're going to move on to the Bears in the yellow against Miami in the blue. Miami's on the right, Bears on the left. Here they go. The start is off. Down the steps, through the S's, around the curves, into the stretch. Miami looks like they have a little bit of lead. Yep, they're into the top one first, but if you watched that last race, it didn't really matter. But Miami may be able to hold off the Bears. Yep, Miami's going to go down to the steps first. The Bears are a little bit behind. They're going to have some making up to do. There we go, dropping into the gauntlet, into the basket. I tell you what, you got to watch that basket. In practice also, some of the teams had bounced out of it. But both of these teams, they make it. Oh, look at that. Look at that contact by Miami. They are just totally blocking them out. And yes, here we go. Miami's going to win. The Bears, they stopped. The Bears totally stopped. Miami, I guess they figured Miami was done and the Bears weren't even going to finish. Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen that strategy before. Maybe they're just going to wait for Week 7 and rest up. All right, hey, let's move on to Arizona against the Vikings. Arizona's in the red. The Vikings are in the dark blue on the right. Going down the straightaway there, around the curve. Looks like the Cardinals have a lead. A nice lead here going into the top loop-de by the Cardinals. If they can hold off here. But I tell you what, it doesn't really matter because I've seen other teams come in and catch up here. But no, the Cardinals hold off. They're going to go into the gauntlet first. There's plenty of time for the Vikings to catch up. The Vikings, man, they're being a little bit slow here. I don't know what their offense is thinking. They're going to have to really be aggressive to catch up with the Cardinals. The Cardinals are going to drop down to the second half of this race already. They're going around the spinners into the gauntlet. Looks like they're going to, they make it through pretty cleanly, and the Vikings have lost. So the Cardinals, what a great win for them here in Week 6. All right, now we've got the Colts against the Jets. The Colts are on the left in the blue, the Jets in the green. They're starting fast. They're through the S's and around the curves, down the straightaway, into the loop-de. Look like the Jets might have beat them into the loop-de here. But again, that really doesn't matter because teams have passed each other in the second half of this marble run. The Colts might have a slight advantage. Boy, this is a close one. No, the Jets go down the steps first. Into the gauntlet, they drop. The Colts right behind them. Bam, back to back. The Colts jumped in front of the Jets there, going into the basket. What a fantastic first half. Wow. Colts were super aggressive there going into the gauntlet, and it won. And they won. The Colts beat the Jets. What a fantastic coaching strategy, and that was just awesome. Just awesome offensive aggressiveness there in that first half. We're going to go actually watch that replay again real quick. So if you see the Jets dropped in first, they blocked out the Colts and dropped in first, and they go into the gauntlet. But on the top, look at that. The Colts jump through, and they just hammer their way past the Eagles into that basket, and they come out first. And that was just great offensive strategy there for the Colts to jump in front of the Jets. Either that or the Jets' defense just couldn't hold off the Colts. But man, look at that. The Colts just come through and they easily win here. Great coaching strategies by the Colts and poor execution by the Jets because they had the lead. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, the next marble race is the Carolina Panthers against the Washington Redskins. The Panthers are on the right in the white. The Redskins in the orange. Here they go. The Panthers had a slow start here. Looks like the Redskins have a nice advantage, or the Panthers going to be able to catch up. Yeah, the Redskins are way ahead of the Panthers here in this loop-de. All they've got to do is play some defense and block them out. Looks like they do. Looks like they bump a little bit there. The Redskins are going to drop into the gauntlet first. They're taking the long way too, but doesn't matter. They go into the basket. They're into the second loop-de. Right behind them are the Panthers. They're not that far behind them. If they can be a little bit more aggressive, they might be able to catch the Redskins, but the Redskins are going around the second turn here. Panthers take the shortcut. They come in. The Panthers move in. Oh my gosh, look at that finish. I don't know who won. We're going to have to watch the replay. It might have been the Redskins, but man, that was awesome by the Panthers. Let's watch that. So you've seen the Redskins dropped into the second loop-de first. They go around. They take the little bit longer side and go around two spinners, and the Panthers seen their mistake, and the Panthers get in front of them. And the Redskins did it. If you go back and rewind that a little bit, you're going to see the Redskins just barely hold off the Panthers. What a fantastic marble race. That's my best one there. Hey, nice. Hey, this track is fantastic. All right, the Buffalo Bills against the Texans. I almost said the Oilers. Wow. All right, hey, the Buffalo Bills are in the blue. The Texans in the white. Bills are going to drop in first. They just need to hold off the Texans just a little bit. Looks like the Texans jumped. Yes, the Texans jumped in front of the Bills. Great move there in the top there. They're going to go into the gauntlet first, into the basket. They cleanly make it into the basket. Remember, some of these teams have missed the basket totally in practice. So there we go. Bills both are into the loop-de. Bills cut in front. This is a back-to-back race. The Bills cut in front of the Texans. They go around the loop-de, and they're going to cleanly make it through. Wow, that was fantastic racing. Both teams wanted it. Fantastic. Hey, all right, we've got the Rams against the Broncos. The Broncos in the orange, the Rams in the white. Both teams pretty easy as they come into the straightaway here. Around the curve, I'd say they go into the top loop-de about the same time. So remember, the Rams are in the white, the Broncos in the orange. The Broncos are going to hold off the Rams. They're going to go down to the steps first, into the first gauntlet. Looks like they have a nice lead now. They pulled quite a bit ahead here. I don't know what happened up there, but the Rams just took their time, and the Broncos move into the gauntlet. They're going to go around the spinners. The Rams are really going to have to be aggressive. They take the shortcut. The Rams come through. They get hold up. Oh, my gosh, the Broncos held off there, but the Rams came charging, and I thought they were going to win. Let's watch that because I think the Rams just got held up. So you can see the Broncos going through first. They take a little bit longer, and the Rams just take advantage of it, and bam, right there. Both meet at the same spot. The Rams would have won, but the Broncos defense held them off. Wow, great. That was a great marble race. But the Broncos hold off the win. All right, we're going to have the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys in the white, Jaguars in the blue. Going around the first set of loop-des into the stretch around the curve. Looks like the Jaguars have a little bit lead as they go into the first loop-de, but I tell you what, it doesn't really matter because everything can change at the bottom of this track. The Jaguars are going to go down the steps first. Cowboys look like they're pretty close to being behind them here. Into the gauntlet. They're going to drop into the basket. Nice clean job by the Jaguars going into that basket. They're in the second loop-de. Oh, the Cowboys almost bounced out. Jaguars dropping down around the set of spinners. They're going to go into the gauntlet first. Cowboys right behind them. There we go. The Jaguars held off the Cowboys. Another great finish. Wow, I love this bottom gauntlet. All right, we're going to have the Ravens against the Titans here. Titans in the silver on the right. The Ravens are in the white. Going through the S's. The Titans might have a slight lead here. Pretty close, though. I wouldn't say anybody has a lead right now. So there you go. You got the Ravens going into that top loop-de about the same time. Look at that view from the overhead blimp. I forgot they were here. The Titans drop it in first. The Ravens are right behind them. Titans are going into the gauntlet. They had a little bit of a tricky time in that basket. Look at that. I told you guys. There you go. Looks like the Ravens hit that basket too hard and they bounced out. And the Tennessee Titans, they are the only marble to be undefeated. They're going to have 6 straight wins in this marble race. Let's go watch to see where the Ravens made their error in that basket. So as you watch it, you see the Titans, they go a little bit rough into the basket, but they make it. But then the Ravens, bam, they hit that basket. They bounce right back out. Wow. Look at that. I tell you, I knew it in practice. There were some teams struggling. It wasn't the Ravens in practice, but other teams had done it. And the Tennessee Titans are going to remain the only undefeated marble during this NFL season. Great job, Titans. All right, let's get this next marble race going. We're getting toward the end. We got the Chiefs against the Patriots. The Chiefs are on the left in the red, the Patriots in the blue. We've had some fantastic marble races today. Into the S's, around the loop, down the stretch. The Chiefs might have a little bit of lead as they go into the top loop-de. But again, that doesn't really matter because there's been some huge upsets, or not upsets, but huge changes in this race at the end. So there the Patriots are going down to the steps first. The Chiefs right behind them. The Chiefs are really catching up now. They go into the Chiefs may have passed the Patriots. They're going to hold off. That was some back-to-back racing going on right there. The Chiefs go into the spinners first. The Patriots are taking the fast way. Oh, the Chiefs won it. Great job by the Chiefs. Wow. All right, hey, the last marble race here in this NFL week season is the 49ers. They're in the red against the Packers in the yellow. Packers on the right, 49ers on the left. Around the spinners, they're very equal as they go down to the straightaway into the curve. The 49ers go into the top loop-de a little bit first. Packers may have jumped ahead of them. It looks like the Packers may go into... No, the 49ers held them off. The 49ers are going into the first gauntlet first. They're going to go on the red side, drop into the gauntlet. Where'd they go? Look at that. The 49ers stopped for some reason. The Packers came and bumped them in. The Packers are going to drop into the second loop first. The 49ers come on the left side into the fast way and they win. Oh my gosh, we got to watch that again. The Packers have won. No, I'm sorry, the 49ers have won, but the Packers had a lead, and the Packers even helped the 49ers. Let's watch that replay. Okay, you're going to see the red marbles, the 49ers. They go around the left side there, and they just kind of disappear. During the original race, I didn't realize they were stuck there until the Packers come and bam, they hit them through, and the Packers take a great lead there. I'm not sure why they helped the 49ers, and I'm not even sure why the 49ers offense stopped. But the Packers took a great lead. Unfortunately, they took the left side, went around the double spinners, and the 49ers, seeing their error, the coaching staff made a great adjustment at halftime, and the 49ers beat the Packers. That was fantastic racing. Oh, man, this share this video and subscribe because week 6 is probably our best week. Here's the winners. There is an error in this that I caught here. It looks like I marked as the Chicago Bears had won, but they did not. The Miami Dolphins won in that one. But here you go. Hey, subscribe and share. Again, I'll have another video ready for week 7.